Thank you, Dana. Our next senior speaker is Ben Lewis.
Good afternoon. The speech I'm giving today is called a valedictory speech, or valediction, from the Latin to say farewell. The graduation event is referred to as commencement, again from Latin, meaning to begin. We're celebrating the end of one phase of our lives and marking the beginning of another. We celebrate what we've accomplished in the last 4 years, and we anticipate what we'll achieve in the future. We say goodbye to Seaholm, to the Seaholm community, and to what Seaholm has meant for each of us individually. Whether it was the musical, a championship game, field day, for me, getting kicked out of field day, a concert, a school prank, or a school dance. Each of us has experienced our own special moment here that we will take with us when we leave. From Coach Farr stealing our fries in the lunchroom, to Eleanor telling us to pipe down in the hallways, to Mr. Hart's corny math jokes, and the awkward silence that followed them. The Seaholm community consists of a variety of colorful characters who have made high school more enjoyable. More important than educating or entertaining each other, members of the Seaholm community demonstrate a sincere concern for one another. Mr. Baltz offers one-on-one tutoring sessions for physics after school. Coach Farr gives some of his football and basketball players rides to and from practice. In the summer, Coach Andrades drives all the way from his workplace in Romeo to open the Seaholm gym so his players can have the opportunity to practice in the off-season. This kind of concern and individual attention is what made Seaholm special to me and what we will leave behind as we move on to larger, more impersonal college campuses. We say goodbye not only to each other and to our teachers, but to a significant extent, to our families. Come the fall, most of us will no longer be awakened by our parents in the morning or fed by them at dinner time. On the other hand, we won't have curfews imposed on us or the nagging sense of being supervised continuously. In terms of commencement, graduation marks a major milestone on the road to the self-determination and independence that define freedom. When I first entered Seaholm, like many other students, I was eager to shake the overwhelming sense of being watched that I had in middle school and to enjoy the privileges and liberties of high school. As sophomores, we earned our first driver's license, and in my case, my first ticket. Junior year, we were able to go off school campus for lunch. As seniors, we became adults upon turning 18, at least from the legal standpoint. We are now able to enjoy more of the freedom that comes with adulthood. We know, however, that freedom is not a blank check that someone gives you. It has to be paid for. To paraphrase Spider-Man, with great freedom comes great responsibility. Much more than before, the messes we make will be ours to clean up. Whether it is the pile of clothes that covers the bedroom floor from wall to wall, or more serious screw-ups and failures. Mom and Dad will no longer appear instantly to clean up after us or fix the things we've broken. The early warning system is gone, and we will have to anticipate the consequences of our actions. At Seaholm, the teachers gave us credit for doing our homework, hounded us for missing assignments, and contacted our parents if we skipped class or fell behind. In college, if we choose to neglect a homework assignment or skip a class, no professor will chase after us. If we get behind in a class, no professor will give us special attention to make sure we get caught up. It will be our responsibility to stay on task and stay off the path to failure. Now that the nagging, I mean the loving reminders of our parents will be largely behind us, we'll have to listen much more intently to the nagging voices of our own consciences, to the inner voice that tells us that something is wrong or dangerous, that we must avoid hurting others or ourselves. Absent our parents or Seaholm's parent-like teachers, we will have to encourage and pride ourselves to work harder, to do our best, to meet our deadlines, and ultimately, to achieve our potential. We will be able to fully own the pleasures of our accomplishments, but we will also have to bear the pain of our failures. When we get things wrong, when we make mistakes in judgment, the learning curve will be steeper. The world will be less forgiving. As seniors, eager to be on our own, more or less, all this, the good and the bad, is what we've been waiting for, what we've looked forward to. Now, we will be able to decide what we'll eat for dinner, when we will go to sleep, and what vices we'll indulge in. Minor ones, of course. But beyond that, we will have the opportunity to decide what we'll want to achieve, and along the way, who we want to be. So here we are, saying farewell to the Seaholm family and to our own families, the familiar, and welcoming the freedom and the responsibility in our futures. Thank you.